The What Up Doe Show. Your commentary on sports, entertainment, and alternative news.
Shimon. What in the world is going on right here? Hey, it's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, what up, though, y'all? It's your boy T. Wilson, and I'm live on a TGI Friday morning, man. And I'm leaving town today, man. I'm gonna go in and work for a little bit, and then I'm gonna head out of here, head down to Mamou, Louisiana, home of the Creole Lady Marmalade, however you want to say it. You say it how you want to say it. That's my mama's hometown, actually. My mother is born and raised in Mamou, Louisiana. So if you don't know about it, you better ask somebody, baby. That's what I'm saying. So big up, let's do some happy birthdays real quick, man. I want to say happy birthday to the beautiful, and when I say beautiful, I mean beautiful. Oh, my goodness. The beautiful Siobhan Jackson. Beautiful Nicole Renee Washington. I don't know how you stand it down there in Fort Worth, baby. She's a Detroiter, moved to Fort Worth. I don't know how you can stand it. Jimmy Dudley. Another Detroiter. My boy James Jackson, he from New Orleans, man. We hit it off. We worked together for a little while. My first job when I got here to Houston, we hit it off big time. That's my boy. We got real close real fast. So that's my homeboy. Happy birthday, James. Old friend of mine, we go way back to grade school. Andrea Mack, Laquita Bean, K. Smith Kate Coast. How do you pronounce QOS? How do you pronounce that? Anyway, and last but not least, man, a real close friend of mine, man, a brother that has meant a lot in my life. He gave me my first opportunity in radio, and we eventually have. Soon after that, got to be real close friends. For some reason, he has a hard time listening to the What Up Doe show, but I'm going to tell him to give it a try again today because I'm giving him a shout out. My boy Billy T in the DMZ, the Deaf Music Zone. What up, Doe, Billy T? He is a legend in the Detroit radio scene, man, and he is back in Detroit, actually, just recently back in Detroit. So big up to Billy T, and happy birthday to all of y'all. Mm-hmm. And on that note, let's go ahead and get this party started. What we gonna start with?
What Up Doe Sports.
Of course, we're starting with the What Up Doe Sports. USC saga continues. USC was already having a bizarre week in light of the Josh Shaw ordeal. You know, the guy that claimed he saved his nephew, and he really didn't. So now things have only gotten worse for the school as senior running back Anthony Brown has quit the team and alleged that the head coach, Steve Sarkisian, is a racist. In an Instagram post Brown has since removed from his account, he wrote, "Sark treated me like a slave in his office. Can't play for a racist man. Hashtag fight on." This message was posted alongside an image that simply said, "Couldn't play for a racist man." It will be interesting to see how other players comment on their relationship with Sarkisian in the coming days. And it will also be interesting to see how USC recovers from these two bombshells in 1 week, right? Well, anyway, since that time, WUDS Sports contacted Brown to find out what the hell happened, and here's what he told us. "I called a meeting with this disrespectful guy. He called me a coward and all types of F words. When I walked in the room, he said, 'You have the effing guts to walk in here, coward?' Brown says he walked into the Sark's office to talk about where he stood with the team since he's been injured and was met with hostility. Brown continues, "The way he was talking to me, it was like a slave master talking to his slave." According to Brown, Sarkisian never used the N-word or any other racial slur, but he feels the overall tone was racist. "He stereotyped my mom and dad. He belittled me to another level. I just responded, 'Yes, sir,' and 'No, sir.' Eventually, Brown says he told me to get the F out of his office. Never been treated like that before and don't wish it upon anyone. That's who he is." We reached out to Sarkisian for comment. So far, no word back. Not sure that was actually a racist situation there, brother. I mean, sometimes you just got to take disrespect for what it is. Maybe he was being disrespectful to you. Maybe he was being hard on you. Maybe you just need some thicker skin. I think you jumped the gun on throwing the racist word in there. And this is the type of situation that makes other racists say, and especially white people, I'm going to throw it out there, say that we are too racially insensitive, that we throw the racist word around too easily, and then when a real racial situation jump off, like what happened in Ferguson, then they discount it because of things like this. Maybe this is just a personal thing between you and that coach, and not necessarily a racist thing, because he certainly didn't make racist remarks about Josh Shaw. So that's just my take on it.
What Up Doe Entertainment.
What up, Doe? Prayers going up for the legendary comedian Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers was placed in a medically induced coma Thursday, just hours after cracking jokes on stage about her own mortality. Emergency workers pulled the unresponsive comic from an Upper East Side doctor's office where Rivers was in the midst of a procedure on her vocal cords. The comic and fashion critic was rushed about 9:40 a.m. from Yorkville Endoscopy on East 93rd Street to Mount Sinai Hospital. I want to thank everyone for the overwhelming love and support from my mother, Rivers' daughter, Melissa Rivers, said in a statement Thursday night. The daughter, 46, arrived at the hospital in Chevrolet Suburban. Who cares what she was driving? My bad. I'm sorry. She arrived and she entered. Who cares what door she went into? Damn it. Anyway, she's resting comfortably and is with our family, Melissa Rivers said. We ask that you continue to keep her in your thoughts and prayers. I'm sorry I didn't edit that better before I read it. The medical emergency was a shocking turn from the night before when Rivers left them laughing during a stand-up show where she joked about her time remaining on Earth. I'm 81 and I could go at any moment. I could fall over right here and you could all say I was there. The laughter turned into grave concern within the next 24 hours. Again, I repeat the opening line of this segment. Prayers go up for Joan Rivers.
What Up Doe News.
In Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, Ashley Habit is angry after a post on her private Facebook page resulted in the expulsion of Will, her 4-year-old son, from Sunshine Christian Academy. She posted a complaint on her Facebook page saying the school did not notify her about picture day for her son and rhetorically questioned the intelligence of the staff. The post was on her private page, but she made one mistake. She tagged the school in the piece. The school then expelled Will and accused her of sowing discord, which Habit promised not to do when she signed a handbook upon Will's enrollment. Folks, just a word of advisement. Everybody in the world can see your Facebook page. Everybody in the world can see what you post on Facebook. Be careful. It could get you in trouble. It's fair game. They should call it fair book. Choom. Daytona Beach, Florida. Let's stay in Florida for a minute. The Daytona Beach Police Chief Mike Chitwood had a gun in his carry-on and was stopped by a screener for the Transportation Security Administration. Officials confirmed on Wednesday. Orlando police said in a statement, Chief Chitwood, he got a whole bunch of CHs in his name. Chief Chitwood chatted with checkpoints and anyway, Chief Chitwood was escorted from the checkpoint to safely secure his weapon before he was allowed to board his flight. Chitwood was not arrested and is not facing any charges. Good thing Chief Chitwood is not a black man. If Chief Chitwood was a black brother, he would be facing some serious questions right now. Dogbite it, here comes another CH. The Chief's boss, city manager, James Chisholm. So you got Chief Chitwood and Chisholm is his chief of whatever. Anyway, he said Chitwood is human, like all the rest of us. As if the brothers are not, because we all know. Anyway, I know. Y'all gonna call me a racist. Whatever. Adding there is no cause for any action against him. For his part, as the chief said, it all resulted from a stupid oversight. Yeah, right. You were going to see somebody that you heard was messing with your woman in another city. He said he changed in his department locker room before heading to the airport to catch a plane to New Jersey to see his family, because he heard that one of his sister's boyfriends was beating her up and he was going to put one in him. So he was trying to get away with putting that gun in the back on purpose. I'm not buying this, man. Cops cover for each other. Y'all lie and y'all cover for each other. I'm not buying that shit. Chitwood said this about the whole experience. Outside of being absolutely embarrassed, I thought, I'm getting locked up. Oh, my God. He added, I've read things like this, and I've always said, how stupid could you be to do that? And I guess I know. I'm stupid now. Who's the stupid one now? It's me. I'm the stupid one now. I'm glad you can chuck it up about it, boy. I really am. I'm so glad that you find this so freaking funny. I'm glad that you can get a laugh out of this and laugh and joke about it. Oh, we'll laugh about it later. Because, there's a lot of people that can't. There's a lot of people in this world that would have made that same mistake, and he'd be burning at your hands. You'd be the one causing the strife in the life of another person that would have made that same old stupid mistake. So I don't find it funny, personally. I don't like cops getting away with shit. That's why they think they can. In Dallas, Texas, a megachurch pastor is raising eyebrows among believers and non-believers alike for framing his interpretation of God around his casual understanding of drone technology. We need to discover how great and how awesome our God is, preaches evangelical Christian Ed Young. So I thought I would call this series of sermons Drones. Young, the head of 9-location Fellowship Church, sees God as a drone, ever present, watching people even when they are alone. Drones are everywhere, and they make a lot of us feel uncomfortable. Young says, playing on the increasingly common paranoia. And I think if the truth were known, many of us would feel even more uncomfortable even thinking about it, even contemplating a God who is omnipresent, like a drone. Like a drone. In fact, unmanned aerial vehicles are strictly regulated domestically, even as Federal Aviation Administration works to develop more comprehensive rules. On its website, the agency says there are no shades of gray in FAA regulations. There's always shades of gray in federal regulations. Anyone who wants to fly an aircraft, manned or unmanned, in U.S. airspace needs some level of FAA approval. Unless, of course, they are the federal government. Then the FAA just simply approves. Or the FAA won't get funding. Don't give me that. Money talks. Bullshit walks. Period. You got enough money, you can bypass regulations of any federal government agency. Period. Point blank. Believe it. Always follow the money. So I'm not with God as a drone, but I'm not totally against Ed Young's interpretation of drones making people uncomfortable. I'm not totally off board, so to speak, with his inclination that drones are somehow being misused and watching us when we don't know they're watching us. It makes me think of the Facebook Messenger thing I saw. I don't know if you heard about that. You know what? Let's talk about that for a hot second. It's not in the news, so this is totally just me. Just thought about something. There was a story about the Facebook Messenger, and I've been noticing it because I saw this, I've been paying attention to apps that I download and things that I download on my computer. When they ask you for permissions, we just normally so that we can move forward without reading what we're agreeing to, we just hit agree and move forward. With some of these things, you are giving permission to utilize your camera on your phone or your computer, your microphone, jack on your computer. And when you give them permission to do that, that means they can arbitrarily listen in on you. They can arbitrarily turn on your camera and start watching you. Ain't that crazy? And Google Messenger is not alone in this. That's just the story that brought it to my attention, and I had all these app updates, and I was going to update a bunch of them, and a lot of them was asking for permission to use my camera and my microphone. For what? What the hell do you need to use my camera and microphone for? I would turn on my camera and my microphone when I'm ready to turn on my camera and my microphone. I don't need you to do it for me. What the hell for? So that when you are in the privacy of your own home doing whatever you do, minding your own business, they can turn the shit on and see what you're up to. Hear what you're saying, what you're talking about, what's floating your boat. That's scary, right? And you think I'm not going to believe that drone technology is being used inappropriately? Somebody out there says to hell with FAA regulations. I want to see this chick is hot, and I want to see them screwing on the balcony, and I'm going to take pictures and video and post it. Man, you don't think I'm stupid. Hell with that. See, that's what's going on with my mouth. Why I keep going chip, chip, boom, because they fucking with my mouth. These drones. It's the drones. I'm blaming the drones for everything. Hell with it. Republicans blame Obama. I'm going to blame the drones. There's a town in southeastern Brazil called Novo do Cordeiro. Remember that name? Where 600 beautiful women rule. But they aren't too happy when it comes to the population of men. In fact, the gorgeous gals make up the town's entire population. Here's why. Even though some men are married with families, they are sent away from the town to work and are only allowed to return on weekends. Also, sons leave the town at the age of 18. While girl power rules, it has left them with a bit of a problem, finding a suitable spouse, because there are no men. Literally zero. Noma Fernandez, 23, admits it's tough to find love. Here, the only men with single girls, I know I have a horrible Brazilian accent, but I like it. Here, the only men with single girls meet are either married or related to us. Everyone is a cousin. I haven't kissed a man for a very long time. If she haven't kissed a man for a long time, you know what that means. The women of the town are putting out a call to the area's men to join them. But the catch is the men have to live by the rules the ladies put down. That's not the catch. That's the problem. You have to live by our rules. We want you, and we want you here with us. But you have to live by our rules. That's the problem. And that's the problem some women have here. That's a personal thing. I'm not going to go all the way there, but there's a situation that I'm dealing with. And I read a deposition, and there was one quote that I'm going to share with you, that I should not be allowed to spend time with my son because I don't listen to his mother. Of course, his mother is the one that made such a dumbass statement, but we'll deal with that in private. In Austin, Texas, police are turning to the public to help find an unknown person who donated a human skull to a local Goodwill. Although the homicide unit is investigating, it is not believed the skull is connected with the criminal act of foul play. We think it was probably something that belonged to the person who donated it, to a relative or the person who donated it, and it was maybe part of a collection or something, or an anatomical model or something like that. Yeah, Detective Derek Israel of APD's homicide unit said. It could have been something that was kept by someone who was a student of anthropology or a student of medicine or dentistry, something like that. Any of those things. Huh? What do you think? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Little is known about the origins of the artifact. Yeah. Only that it is an adult skull from someone who may have died 2 years ago and was discovered at Goodwill's North Lamar Boulevard location in Austin on July 16th. It could have been donated anytime since January. So the odds of finding who donated it are slim to frickin' none. In fact, probably as good as the odds you have of finding the rest of that body. The skull had a song, a theme song, but we'll share it with you after our What Up Doe movie review. All right, I watched a movie called The Head of Security, where a cop gets busted with a gun in his pants and a skull in his bag on his way to Brazil to marry the girl he met on Facebook. It was great. Yes, in other words, I didn't watch a movie, so I'm just making one up based on the stories I just shared with you. And the theme song of the movie is a picture of the skull singing, I ain't got nobody. Nobody. Nobody's coming diddly 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 womp. And that is your What Up Doe movie review. And that's my show for today, y'all, man. I'm out of here, man. Thank you for listening. I want to say big up to Latone Hart. He hosts a show called The 730 Show. You can hear it on Stitcher.com, Spreaker.com, and iTunes. And also I want to give a big up to Murray Riley Jr. He does a show called the Stump and Shout Talk Show. You can hear that on Spreaker.com. Great commentary. Lisa Marie has the Juice Talk Radio on Spreaker.com. You know I'm a fan of Spreaker.com shows, man. Spreaker brings about some great podcasts. You should check it out. And also I want to say big up to my boy Miles Perkins. He has a book. It's called Sex Education, The Erotic Secrets of a School Teacher. You can find it available on Amazon.com. Big up one more time to my boy Billy T and everybody out there listening. Peace out, Pressy Crease out, keep the police out while I bust his niece out, and I'm out of here like last year. Peace.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What up, though?